Jennifer Jensen here with Sutton Ridge Farm.
And Meghan Rittmaster with Foundational Journey.
Welcome. Today we're going to be continuing on in our video series talking about good mental wellness.
Yay.
And last time we talked a little bit about SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and we're going to continue talking about ways to address that and things that can benefit your health. And one thing we're going to be talking about today is something that is absolutely free, and it is
the sunlight.
The sunlight, yeah. But before we get into that, Meghan and I were having a discussion before we started filming here, and I was sharing with her just words are meaningful, and we were talking about the acronym for SAD. It's seasonal affective disorder, and the word disorder kind of didn't sit well with me, because for me, I feel like that's just very negative and kind of dark and almost weighing you down. And you had a way to say it. I mean, kind of labeling.
Yeah, it almost puts an imprint, or
there we go.
You know, when you get that label at the doctor, it's like it is set in stone for you. That's what it kind of feels like, where it's like a forever thing. And so that was like, we had a discussion about that. And so I went to a thesaurus and I looked up disorder, and I was trying to get maybe a word that I thought fit a little bit better. And so a few words that I came up with, or that I had seen on the thesaurus, was a vulnerability or a tendency, which I thought, maybe that's a little bit better, because some people have tendencies or vulnerabilities towards lots of different things. We're not all the same. Yeah. And so I kind of liked that. And then there was also disablement, which I was like, okay, well, maybe that's a little bit better, because for me that seemed like a temporary thing, which seasonal affective disorder, as it's so labeled, is a temporary thing. So I was like, okay, that's a little bit better, but I still wasn't satisfied. And so the other word that I found that I thought was if I could say it, a more beautiful maybe word to use was a fragileness. Seasonal affective fragileness, maybe. And I thought that was just kind of a sweet and tender word for the way our bodies interact with nature. So, I mean, our bodies are strong and resilient and amazing how they can heal themselves, but they're also very fragile. And it just shows that how we're interconnected with nature, and as we'll be talking about today, needing the sunlight. So it's like when there's one part of the equation that's missing, we can't be our whole person. Right.
And so when sunlight is missing, it really has a big effect.
It does. Yep.
So anyway, I just wanted to share those thoughts with you today.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, so free. So we all love that word, especially in today's economy.
Yes.
But it's life comes. The sun is life-giving, and everything. So we're going to talk about that today. So I'm going to turn it over to Meghan, and she's going to talk a little bit about, to get us started, so obvious, like health benefits of the sun.
Yeah, so there are quite a few health benefits when it comes to the sun, and I just want to say that it is sunny today while we are filming this, so the sun definitely wanted to have its debut. Perfect setting for today.
Yes.
But first and foremost, the sun raises vitamin D levels in the body, also boosts our immune function. So the best way to get vitamin D is to be outside for 5 to 25 minutes. It depends all on your skin tone. If you're more fair skinned, you're going to want to be closer to the 5 minutes without any sunscreen on. You don't want anything to be blocking that sunlight. You want to get full sunlight on your body so that it can absorb the UV rays and then turn it into vitamin D in the body. So it helps with the immune system. Vitamin D is crucial for the immune system. It helps with, it can reduce the risk of diabetes. Vitamin D also plays a role in autoimmune conditions. A lot of people who are deficient in vitamin D, autoimmune conditions can get worse. Same
sense.
with MS, and I mean that is an autoimmune condition. Alzheimer's disease, dementia, but the sun also can have protective effects regardless of the vitamin D too. So there have been studies with that as well, specifically with like cardiovascular health. So it can help with decreasing blood pressure, reducing the risk of stroke, and all those different events. The sun can also improve eczema, acne, psoriasis, and it's that UV light again that allows the body to produce those anti-inflammatory compounds to help fight inflammation. The sun also helps boost the mood. So I have always joked with Jennifer that I am solar powered.
I love that.
Which is so true. Like anytime, I don't know if you guys realize, but anytime, you know, maybe you step outside and it's sunny, you're more optimistic, just happier overall versus on the cloudier days where it's kind of like, I'm tired and I just want to like snuggle in and not do anything, and maybe the mood goes down a little bit. So that sun can really help boost the mood for sure.
It makes you want to move too.
It does.
I'm just thinking, even yesterday I was at my son's, so we're in Minnesota and we're just experiencing another, 100-year cycle or something. We've got super warm weather. Yesterday it was 53. Today's February 1st, and I think we're at 44 something today. So anyway, I was at my son's and they were taking down some trees, and I just had to move. So I just started picking up sticks and making piles because I'm like, the sun was out, it was 53, and I'm like, this is what you do, get out and move. And anyway, it's just, I love it. I love it.
It is so much harder to just sit with the sun, like being out. Like you almost do start to feel even like fidgety in a way where it's like, I need to do something and do it outside.
Exactly.
So that's
it's good.
Perfect example right there. It can also help slow the development of fatty liver disease and may reduce nearsightedness and other eye problems as well. I mean, we don't want to be like, there can be some damage with UV light when you're looking directly with those eyeballs, but overall, in a whole, it can help reduce a lot of other eye problems. And it also aids your circadian rhythm. So making sure that you are waking up and you are seeing that sunrise, that's going to help boost that cortisol to give you energy for the day. And then you have, the sunlight throughout the day that helps keep that energy stable and that cortisol pretty stable. It does, start to drop during the day as the sun becomes less intense. And then around, evening time when the sun starts to set, we're producing that melatonin. So it helps with that rhythm in the body so that, you have a good sleep-wake cycle.
Right.
It can also improve hormone balance. And again, due to the, rhythms within the body, neurotransmitter production and UV light communicates with our hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis or HPA axis in the brain. So there's a whole lot that the sun communicates with our body to help us function. It can reduce the risk of some non-skin cancers as well. And again, there is that moderate exposure where, getting sunburnt and being chronically sunburnt can lead to skin cancers and all of that. We want to have that nice balance with everything in life.
Right.
But we do want to have those non-protected minutes outside with the sun. So.
Yeah, I mean, so working on the farm, you kind of got to ease into the season a little bit. I mean, I may get a little bit of a sunburn, kind of initially, never really too bad, but I personally don't wear sunscreen. It's just your body will build up, and anyway, so yeah.
And then there's the plants.
Oh
too,
yeah.
Right? So They also obviously receive benefits. So the sunlight significantly influences the nutrient content of the plants. So it increases the production of essential nutrients, so your vitamins, your minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals, and bioactives, which are all crucial for optimal health and well-being. And the sun stresses out the plant as well. So that's when they create those antioxidants. And you get those deeper colors as well within the plant.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we consume those plants, then we're going to get those benefits. So like in the summertime during the extreme heat and the extreme sunlight, it really stresses out those plants, but you get a lot of antioxidants that you consume, which then help protect your skin from the UV light. So it's really cool how that works.
It's amazing. It's just this whole cyclical system, and we're all very integrated. And the other thing, so wouldn't want to leave out the benefit of sunlight to the animals. So as you know, here our animals are out grazing and foraging. Our chickens, our sheep, the pigs, the cattle, everybody's out in the sunlight. And so that's very important because that is making them a healthier animal. And so then when it comes time for them to be part of the food chain, we are receiving all that goodness, all that light energy that is in their cells into our bodies. And it's good, healthy food. And that's what our bodies need to thrive. And recently you saw a link in one of the last emails that I sent out about lab food, lab meat. And how can you get that same health benefit from something that is grown in a stainless steel box versus something that is enjoying being out in nature where it was intended to be? And our animals thrive and do their best when they are out in the sunlight and on the grass. And that comes through in the health benefits of the meat that they give us and other animal products. So anyway, just had to get that out there.
Yeah.
It's the sunlight is beneficial to everything, and that comes back to us too in our food.
Yeah, and it's again, I tell people, and I was just talking to Jennifer about this. Food is information. It tastes delicious. We have it for celebration. Like, obviously, there's a whole lot of other things that are connected to it, but deep down, there's information in food that then you are putting in your body to communicate to your cells, communicate to the body of what do you need in order to function, in order to get outside with your kids, in order to run, be able to survive. What information are you putting in your body? Are you putting in vibrant information that's full of life, thank you sunlight, or are you putting in extremely dead information from lab grown that's in a dark confined space and doesn't have that life force really in it?
I love that. I think that is so well said. And an example came to mind as well that you can see instantly. So the example would be with organic free-range eggs. So if you have an egg from a confined chicken, those yolks are pale. You will see that. And if you have an egg that is from a chicken that has been grazing, free-ranging, on the grass, in the sunlight, it is night and day. Those yolks are going to be golden, just like the sun, which is just amazing. I just love it. It's like sunshine right there in the egg. But it's so clear. If you have not had any, and I am appreciative for organic eggs that you can get in the store, but if you have someone that produces eggs near you organically, that they free range their chickens, that you can have access to a farm to your table egg, you will notice a huge difference. And it's night and day. You will see the difference in the yolk. Yeah. That is sunshine right there. And anyway, that's a very obvious example, but I love the way you put it with the information that comes into our body from our food.
Thanks,
it's wonderful.
And the flavor too, just completely changes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I will never go back to, unless something happens that I have to, but I don't ever want to go back to store-bought eggs. Like, no.
Well, and the really neat thing about that too is that so many cities now allow you, we should be able to grow our own food, but anyway, they allow you to have chickens. And I would take full advantage of that because that is a very simple way. Eggs are so nutritious, and it's a very simple way to just start empowering yourself to move up from plants and fruits and vegetables. You can grow those yourself, but you can also have those eggs yourself as well. So I would really encourage you to do that.
Yes. It's nice that people are able to now have chickens, and you have the power.
You do have the power. You do. All right. I think that's the wrap for today. Anything else?
No. Enjoy the sunlight.
Yes.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.